If you felt stuck trying to lose weight, you're not alone. Enter Weight Loss by Hers. It's designed to support you in reaching your goals. And Hers now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hers, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite, eat less, and keep weight off. Plus, Wegovy is the first GLP-1 available in a pill, so there are no needles needed. Everything is 100% online through Hers. You'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. And it doesn't stop there. Weight Loss by Hers goes beyond medication by offering access to 24/7 messaging with your care team and tons of in-app lifestyle and nutrition tips like recipes, meal plans, fitness videos, sleep content, and more. Even better, with a range of affordable GLP-1 options, Hers makes it simple to find an approach that fits your needs and your budget if eligible. You'll get a treatment plan personalized to you and unlimited dosage changes as needed. It's weight loss designed to work with your life. Ready to reach your goals? Visit forhers.com/women to get personalized, affordable care that gets you. That's forhers.com/women. forhers.com/women. Weight Loss by Hers is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk A/S. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit forhers.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Altar Call. I am your host, Tane, here with Brian from Match Virgin. What up, Brian? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm mostly good because there was no Kim in the second episode. So that helps me a lot.
This was an interesting episode, and it was very Teegan heavy.
Yeah.
Dare
incredibly
I say.
Teegan heavy. And she doesn't have any charisma to deliver anything, but she was in it a lot.
I mean, her lip gloss was popping. I kept looking at it, wondering what color that was. And it was like very well put on. And she was just saying everything matter of fact. Just like, Ethan and I do not go. So we just went. And I'm like, okay, if I need to go to bed, I can listen to her confessional, or something. So
yeah, no, she's very straightforward. Because she has no emotion for this man anymore. So she's just like, yes, Ethan and I rode a horse today.
Well, honestly, the more things change, the more things stay the same. I mentioned this in the last recap where it was like, this is going to be the next Plath family gang up on a girlfriend or wife or whatever. But it's also the same thing where I think at some point we were like, Olivia, just leave these people before we found out it was a contract. And it's also like, Teegan, you didn't have to take this trip. And now I'm like, is she under contract? Because I don't think she's under contract, but who's forcing you to be here? You don't have to do all this to just be friends.
She was out. She was out and could have stayed out.
So this was very interesting. I think that's the only thing I kept thinking about is, why are you here? I don't understand. She seems she's as checked out as Mandy from Kyle. And I'm like, why are you on this trip? So,
I mean, I'm assuming she got some kind of a check, but like, you'd have to be a big check for me to do this.
Maybe it is. She does mention she's a working mom with not enough days off. And she's like, if I'm going to get anything out of this guy, I might as well do this. So
yeah,
maybe that's
a quick check for pretending to know this man.
Well, all right, guys. Today we are doing episode 6 and 7. A little quick stuff from episode 6. It's Thanksgiving. They're giving us timelines here. So they celebrate Thanksgiving. All the people are with Kim. Even Barry shows up to the house, but it is without Mariah and Micah. And this has become a pattern. The very first episode, we're like, where is Mariah? But now it's like, where is Micah? Micah's like, I'm out this bitch. Y'all don't call me.
No.
I'm with my girlfriend.
Don't check for me.
I am not bringing another woman on here. It is not safe.
I know how y'all be. I'm not doing this again.
But you know who's there? Lydia and Zac. And they can't stop bugging them about babies. And it's just as annoying as it is in real life as it is watching it. Because it's just like, when things happen, when people get married, when are you having babies? When is it going to happen? And they're just doing that Granted, yes, she has baby fever, but the girl is just 21,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and she wants kids. So what is the purpose of asking her over and over again? When are you going to have soon? Because I
Yeah.
want them. So like I'll let you know when it happens. But this is not a case of like, I don't know, man, TikTok, or I don't know if
Yeah.
she wants kids or not. Like, obviously she's going to have like 9 children eventually.
And also, don't make the switch from, oh, I think this is a bad idea. They don't know each other. We don't really
Right.
like this guy. And now, okay, go have babies with him. Come on. Like,
Yeah, go have babies with this man I'm convinced is gay. That doesn't make any sense to me.
yeah, like the switch up is like so different. Like, if anything at all, because she is 21, because Kim had how many kids, and you know what it's like once you start having kids, she has
Mhm.
time. It's not even a case of, oh, her fertility is in danger, or like, oh,
At
she's
all.
52. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there because Kim done lost her ever loving mind
Oh my God.
on that episode.
Just out
But
here saying shit.
in real time though, Lydia and Zac have moved to Colorado. I mean, it was
Good.
inevitable, and I'm
Yeah.
glad for her, and I hope, you know, that distance is good. She doesn't have to work in the same place as her mom or be in a family
Yep.
where she feels like she doesn't belong. Because a lot of things that she's working with is this is how she was raised. Family is everything. But if your family is making you feel like an outsider, I say this all the time. I don't believe in blood is thicker than water. Like, it's people who make you feel accepted and you feel like you're part of them. That's your family. So
Mhm.
hopefully she finds the happiness in Colorado and Zac is not isolating her, because at the same time, I don't know. Are we giving Zac the benefit of the doubt because they were so mean to him? Because we really don't know this guy.
Well, and he could be getting a great edit. We just don't know.
Yes.
Been fooled before.
We just don't know. So good luck to her and their move, but also this family and their wanderlust is part of the trauma that Barry and Kim inflicted on these kids. Because
Yep.
again, moving is nothing to them. Moving locally is a bitch to me, and I don't know how they just keep doing it. And they keep finding houses. Like,
Yeah.
is their
Well,
credit
I don't know
good?
what
That's all I
the
think
real
about.
estate market in the Cairo area is. It might just be like, please take this house. I just don't know. But yeah, I never want to move again. It's a pain in the ass.
Well, they're not, right? Well, Zac and Lydia moved from
Oh, that's
Florida,
right. They
and
are in
Mariah's in
Florida.
Montana, and Ethan moved to Wisconsin. And it's just,
That's
again,
true.
is their credit good? What did they do? That's all
I
I
have a
think
hard
about.
time believing they have credit. Like they're
Exactly.
disconnected from the whole world. So I
They
don't know what it is.
exactly. They just entered into society, and I'm just like, how are we doing this?
I
And we
can't make it
know
make any
Kim
sense.
is not co-signing because
No.
so yeah, that's my question every time I see this. So regarding them, they're bugging her for kids, and then Kim from nowhere is like, I'm not out the race for kids. I'm like, wait.
Yes, you are. What are you talking about?
Wait.
Like even if you're not yet fully in menopause, at 52, the odds of you having a kid are very low. We watched Bose with more money than anyone knows what to do with go through every possibility, and she's not able to get pregnant right now with her abilities. So like Kim, stop. This is
And she's
not gonna happen for
47.
real.
I know.
Exactly.
I googled Kim's age, and I'm like, she's 53. Because I was like, you know what? She did get married young. Maybe she's still in the race, and I don't know. And I checked, and I was like, she's 53. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, like, you're in menopause or close to it, and you're just doing this for a story, and you think it's funny, and it's like, no. And then Isaac says, if you use a lawnmower a bunch, doesn't it
Oh my
wear
God.
out? Oh boy.
Number one, an insane analogy to
Oh
use.
boy.
And number two, I almost feel like this is Kim just making sure, hey, just so you all know, we are having premarital sex, okay?
Yeah.
Like all the time. Just full on raw dog in it. So like, just in case you were wondering. But yeah, you don't need to make an analogy for anything about this. Like, this is not, just say like, I don't understand how a woman's body works. Just say that because you don't know what you're talking about. But like an analogy is gonna make it worse.
No, this is a woman who is going through regret for the years lost when she was younger. Because in the past few years is when she's burst out of the religious lifestyle, I guess, when she lost all that weight and she was wearing the shortest skirts or skirts. I don't know what they were.
That was something.
And, the dance and, dating and then premarital sex and then basically not parenting her kids, to be honest with you. She thinks they're her friends and just having a different worldview. And I think she regrets not having that view when she was younger, to herself, hotter, and she could have done all the things. And instead, she chose whatever lifestyle it is that she
Yep.
chose. So now she's just like, yeah, I'm going to get a haircut like my daughter. And if my daughter's having kids, I can have kids too. Okay.
No, it doesn't make any. She needs to go to therapy. A lot of it.
All of them.
All of them. Every single one of them.
And I don't even know why she gets mad at Barry for some of the jokes and things he says, because she's just as bad. I don't think she recognizes it, but she's just as bad. So, the other thing that was very distracting, there was a green drink they were drinking.
The fuck was that?
What was that? It looks like it would kill you. Like it had so much sugar. And I was like, it's not even St. Patrick's Day. So what was that?
It was the greenest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. Yeah. I was wondering, is this what she needed the juicer for? Is this part of her like juicing journey that she's making like a celery, cucumber, avocado juice? Because that is the greenest thing I've ever seen.
This did not look healthy. This looks like glubby, blubby something that they seem to enjoy because they were passing it around. So
no, it looks like the stuff they would make at like summer camp, where like a big vat of this juice and just like this is the color it turned out. It's basically what it looks like.
Yeah. Of course, Barry stops by. I just feel like Kim is benevolent and lets him come by, besides the fact that they're filming, but to be like, hey, I moved on. I got a boyfriend. You're still single. That's just
how it feels.
I don't know what world, for all the things she said about Barry, that she's okay with him just dropping by, stopping by, and it's the holidays, come on by. She doesn't seem that benevolent.
No, she never has. I don't get it. I have a hard time imagining he's doing this outside of filming.
Yeah.
The production's like, he has to come over. We don't have a storyline for him. He's yet again thinking about dating. We can't do another episode of that. So have him come over, I guess.
She's going to talk about it. And I also think he can't stand Kim, but he would never come right out and say it.
He hates her guts.
But like the closest is when they went to that wine bar and he was like, okay, got a bottle for you. And then he went out and he did not. That's the closest we're going to get.
Buy your own damn bottle.
Yeah, he can send her. I have a question for you, Brian. When they say Plath family home, what does that mean? Is that Barry's home?
I think I don't. Number one, I don't know, and number two, I don't know why this is important for me to know. I don't care where you're at. I don't know.
The reason I ask is, why are they not just saying Barry's home? Why is it Plath family home? Are they sharing custody of the home? 6 months in, 6 months out?
Right.
Because the next thing I saw was him in the house, and then it looked like the cabinets where Kim was living in, maybe the previous season, but I know her house is messy. So it's all confusing to me. So I'm like, again, why are we calling it Plath family home?
Yeah.
It's just Barry's home.
Because Kim's house looks like an episode of American Pickers right now. So that's true. that's not her house. I almost wonder, and I don't think this is the case, because I don't think TLC wants to spend that kind of money on this. I wonder if like Barry has his house, Kim has her house, and they've like rented a house for the season for like when everyone has to get together or something like that. Otherwise, this doesn't make any damn sense.
Nothing they do makes sense. But
nope.
Either way, over at the Plath family home, aka probably Barry's home, we have to watch Amber. I'm waiting for Amber to just grow up, because that's our, last season or 2 seasons ago, we were like, that's our MVP. She's the one that was standing up to Veronica and was like, why are you talking about my family like that? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yep.
But we have to watch her cook fish with her friend Berlin, which seems like not a big deal. The problem is, Plath Daddy comes to hang out with 16-year-olds. Why is he hanging with his kids? I cannot say this enough. Go make friends. You're in a gym. They find you attractive. Go hang out with them. Barry already on a base level looks creepy. He's just, even when he's not doing anything creepy, he gives creepy. He looks like the subject matter of a Netflix documentary. Like, I'm sorry, he hasn't done anything. It's just, unfortunately, that's just his base look. So when
he's got a scary face
to the mix, him hanging out with a 16-year-old and their friends, and then you're talking about your dating and telling them they call me Plath Daddy.
My God. When he said that, I actively yelled in my basement. I said, ugh. Like, I don't like that.
Jump scare.
At a minimum, leave them alone to have their dinner. Thank them for giving you a plate of food. Go scamper off to somewhere else to eat and let them have a teenage girl dinner. This is so weird and off putting. And I'm just like, I know no one in this family can read a room. I know they all have weird social
Yeah.
hangups. They don't know what's appropriate. But, at a dead minimum, you're sitting 3 feet away from these two girls who keep on making the most weird fucking faces to everything you say, and you don't notice that? This man is a mess.
I mean, but even the producers who thought it was a good idea for him to sit. I know Amber was making dinner for her dad, which is in itself like, shouldn't dad be making dinner for her? But again, she's 16. I get
Yeah.
it. But it goes back to the whole thing. Who is parenting these kids? Lydia's out the house now because we
Yeah.
know it was Lydia for a minute. And it's just who thought it was a great idea. Like, yes, if we want him to talk about dating again, call Micah or
Yes.
something. But
Oh,
don't sit
Micah.
him
Yeah.
down with his 16-year-old daughter and her friend. Why does she care if you're dating and who you're gonna date and that they call you Plat Daddy? I don't know. Everything about it was just not in good taste, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and also the way
For
that he
me.
brought it up, where he's like, I don't know if you've heard, but I'm dating again. Where would she have heard? Is that the hot goss at high school that Barry Platt was on the market again? Like, what do you mean I don't know if you? Of course I haven't heard. It's not like the gossip around town. He
Ugh.
he makes me upset.
Now you bring up a good point. What is the schooling situation of these kids? Are they still
I
being
don't
homeschooled? Because
know.
Kim is busy now. She got a man. I don't.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's happening with Huey, Dewey, and Louie, the little ones. I don't know what their plan is for these kids. They don't seem to be actively parented by anybody anymore. They're just
No.
out here on these streets.
Okay, you guys usually know stuff. I remember last time we got a timeline. If you know what the schooling situation of these kids are, please let me know. I want to
Yeah,
know.
I'm
Because
curious.
again, I think my thing is I don't follow them offline. So if things come across, yeah, because you know that there's a lot of context that is not being given.
Mhm.
So I'm now not worried about the kids, but I'm just like, what is the situation with the kids? Because when Ethan came to sing songs with them, it just seemed like a happy time. Like, hey, someone cares about us.
Yeah, get them shoes off. Let's go outside.
Don't get me started on this whole Bigfoot storyline because after he talked about the dating, then he starts regaling this poor girl with stories about Bigfoot.
Yeah. Now, I have long had a question. I need to know your opinion on this because I've heard it both ways. Is the plural of Bigfoot Bigfoots or Big Feet? Because I don't know. I say Bigfoots and it sounds wrong. But then if I say, oh, there's a gaggle of big feet, that also sounds wrong to me. So I don't know what the right Sasquatches is fine. But like I don't know
I
what you call them.
I can confidently tell you that I have never thought about that in my life.
Oh,
And
I think about
now
it
I
often.
feel like there's not enough time to think about it because I was immediately going to say big feet and that sounded so wrong.
It sounds insane, right? I don't know. Maybe
Well,
plural of,
the
maybe like
plural is
moose.
Bigfoot.
Big,
Bigfoot
big Bigfoot.
is the same
Yeah,
thing.
maybe it's like a moose. The plural of moose is moose. The plural of Bigfoot is Bigfoot.
Yeah,
There are multiple Bigfoot.
that sounds right. We saw two Bigfoots.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
I didn't mean to mess you up this early in the morning. I'm sorry about that.
The question is for you guys. What do you guys call it? What is the what is the plural of
Plural
Bigfoots?
of Bigfoot.
All
And
right.
also, I've never considered that. I've never heard that this theory that like Bigfoot are like interdimensional advanced race of beings. That's not I thought they were just like big old ape men.
Oh, that's cute, Brian. I tuned out. I don't care. I don't know. Even when episode 6, when they were hanging around looking, I was like, what is this? Like, is this just
Yeah.
filler? We don't have anything to do. Like, go on a family vacation or something. I don't know why they wouldn't
Yeah.
do. Maybe they refuse to. Go on a family
Probably.
vacation. And then he's gonna come by and say, we just want to put a united front for the kids. And let's see what happens out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Well, can't do
whole
that.
Bigfoot, big feet, Bigfoots thing. I tuned out. I'm just
That's
like,
all
I
he
don't know
cares
what
about now.
this is. Okay. All right. We'll take a break here and come back and talk about Montana. If you've ever felt stuck trying to lose weight, you're not alone. Enter Weight Loss by Hers. It's designed to support you in reaching your goals, and Hers now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. Everything is 100% online through Hers. You'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if treatment is right for you.
If prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. Ready to reach your goals? Visit forhers.com/alter to get personalized, affordable care that gets you. That's forhers.com/ALTAR. forhers.com/alter. Weight loss by Hers is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is a registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information and restrictions, visit forhers.com.
If you felt stuck trying to lose weight, you're not alone. Enter Weight Loss by Hers. It's designed to support you in reaching your goals. And Hers now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hers, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite, eat less, and keep weight off. Plus, Wegovy is the first GLP-1 available in a pill, so there are no needles needed. Everything is 100% online through Hers. You'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. And it doesn't stop there. Weight Loss by Hers goes beyond medication by offering access to 24/7 messaging with your care team and tons of in-app lifestyle and nutrition tips like recipes, meal plans, fitness videos, sleep content, and more. Even better, with a range of affordable GLP-1 options, Hers makes it simple to find an approach that fits your needs and your budget if eligible. You'll get a treatment plan personalized to you and unlimited dosage changes as needed. It's weight loss designed to work with your life. Ready to reach your goals? Visit forhers.com/women to get personalized, affordable care that gets you. That's forhers.com/women. forhers.com/women. Weight Loss by Hers is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit forhers.com.
All right. The big Montana vacation is here. Did not realize that it was a sibling vacation. I thought we are just going to visit Mariah, but they say that it is a sibling vacation, except Micah is missing. And
Right.
before we found out later in the episode, I had written down, why wasn't Lydia invited? And then I found out that she really wasn't invited.
Right. They on purpose.
But Lydia not invited, but the girlfriends, Teegan, who has been broken up for a while, was invited. And Kaylin with Isaac, who, Kaylin is in a good spot. She has that man on his tippy toes trying to do right by her. So whatever she says goes.
Yep.
Again, I ask, are they saving a kiss for marriage, or are they just saving it not for the camera? Because there's a lot of hugging, like a lot of hugging.
I don't know, and whatever the answer is, I don't like it. I don't know if they're having sex off camera, if they're kissing off camera, if they're waiting until they are at the altar for their first kiss. None of these are good answers for me.
They have rights to their bodies, Brian.
They do, but like
you don't have to like it.
I don't have to like it. That's right. If I just saw them have like a peck on camera at one point, I'm like, okay, fine. Whatever you're doing behind closed doors is for you. But I'm just like, it's a lot of hugging. You guys are in separate rooms. You called her parents when you broke up. Like, I got a lot of weird questions about their relationship.
And it's one thing if it was just like, oh, one hug and then that's it. He just kept grabbing her. I'm
all the time.
You can do more if you want. We don't care. Your mama don't care for sure. So
no, mom wants you to do it at this point.
Exactly. So anyways, and so the pattern begins, like I said, because they're worried about how Teegan treats Ethan. And I don't know, at some point, the Plath family has to realize that Ethan might be the problem. Not might. Ethan is the problem. And he needs to fix up. But Kaylin says again, because she said it before, that since the breakup, private things happened. So 1 minute Teegan is sweet, and then the next minute she's sideways, and that he did certain things that he is not proud of. I think I said this the last recap. I think I saw this on Reddit, that he slept with her friend.
That's
Which,
what I
if
saw.
this is true, Teegan, why are you entertaining him at all? Like it's a
Right.
no-go zone. Like everything's closed off to him. So why are you entertaining him? Because that is a no-no. I mean, it might not be a no-no for everyone, but it seems like, Tegan is very much like, we're just friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not doing anything. We're not sharing a room. And Ethan is trying to move to
Yeah. If this is
Wisconsin.
me and I'm Tegan, if that happened and I'm Tegan, I am the world's pettiest person on this whole trip. I am petty mayonnaise. I am petty LaBelle. I'm an asshole to you for this whole trip. And no, we're not going to get any closer. I'm just here to ruin your time. if that's what happened with me. Like, I'm here to make you have a bad vacation.
Well, isn't that what she did?
Yeah,
Kind of.
low key, but I'd be in his face about it. I would
Okay,
be
hers
like,
was
yeah.
hers was unintentional, but you're saying you'd be
Yes.
intentional about it. Okay.
Yeah. No, I would. We'll talk about when she interviews him. I'd have all kind of questions about, so what was it like? What positions did you guys do? Did you talk to me first or after? Like all that.
They're keeping it off camera, so
yeah.
And
true.
I don't know why she's agreeing to it. Again, that's why I'm like, why is she here?
Doesn't make any sense.
Ethan is asking to watch a movie. I don't know what this cottage lodge, whatever this is, but it's a whole slew of DVDs out there.
Mhm.
And she's like, well, the way my room is set up, I'm like, girl, it's the same. No one's going to make it
Right.
different. The way you have to watch a movie, you have to be on the bed together. And I don't want him in my bed. And I'm like,
No.
this is the only reason why I kind of believe that really happened, that Ethan slept with her friend. The reaction is visceral. Like it's very, it's not, oh, he didn't put me first. It's like, okay, then that's it. But this is a strong stance that she's
This
sticking
is absolutely not.
Like, yeah.
No. And how dare you ask me that? It's kind of also how it felt.
Yeah. And then the producer is like, okay, not long ago, you thought he was the one. We see her put her head on his shoulder. How did you go from the one to now you can't even watch a movie with him? And she says, he had a birthday party. And wait, she lives in Wisconsin. Why does she kind of have a Southern accent? Is that a Wisconsin accent? It's not, right? It's not a Midwest accent.
No, it's not. A Wisconsin accent sounds like a Canadian accent, pretty much. Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota. They all sound like Gino from 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah, I used to I used to work where our central office was like in Chicago and Itasca, and I picked up the accents a little bit, and I was just like, wait, this is not a Midwest accent. So I wonder if she moved. I don't know, but
she might have. Yeah, Chicago accent's different, but her accent is not from anywhere in the upper Midwest. I'm not sure where it's from.
Okay. So she says she went to surprise him. She drove 5 hours at his grandparents' house. These grandparents that we never see, but they talk about a lot. They seem to be very close to their grandparents. Do we know if it is Kim or Barry's parents?
I always assumed it was Barry's parents because I think he's from Minnesota, but I also think that, and this might be just me making shit up, I thought that Kim had like a bad relationship with her mom or something like that.
Yeah, there was something like that. Again, anyone out there willing to confirm? Thank you.
Right.
And, he seemed really happy to see her, but then all of a sudden, because Ethan has mood swings, he needs to accept that. He disappeared on her. She went to look for him, and then he started acting weird, and then just started working on his car and just wouldn't talk to her. And then he said, because the way they're showing it is like not a side by side, but they're going back and forth. She's saying her side of the story. He's saying his side of the story. Both very charismatic people. So it's a fun time listening to the stories because they're so monotone and so blah.
It's like we're watching somebody read a Wikipedia page.
So he says like he shut down like an idiot, and she just kept asking and asking, and he just looked up and he just saw his ex. For those who don't know, Olivia. And that she used to do that and just ask him questions. And I'm like, I wonder why. Because when you shut down, your partner kind of wants to know, are you okay? Give him something. Clearly, you didn't learn anything from your previous relationship. So he says he put his tools down, he shut his phone off, and he left her at his grandparents' home and just took off. And in my mind, it's the same way he took off at Zac and Lydia's wedding rehearsal and just peeled off so dramatic. And again, this is why I believe that he did, whether he cheated or whether they were in a break or this a Ross and Rachel thing. I think that's the most likely scenario, that they were in a break.
Yes.
And then he slept with a friend and he's like, we weren't even together. And she's like, it doesn't matter. Like, we just broke up.
Though.
And I think she surprised him and he's like, oh man, I don't know how to act. I just slept with your friend. Why are you here? I have to deal with you in person, not over the phone. So it's adding up to me, but maybe I'm seeing what I want to see.
It's all a mess. because let's just say it played out exactly the way that he said it played out. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Like, you're at your birthday party. You are with your grandparents. This woman you're in a relationship with or whatever has shown up. What made you so upset that you had to go panic work on your car? Like, you're with family. So even if you're stressed out by something, you could say, hey guys, like, I need to go take a minute outside and kind of decompress, whatever. I have never been in a situation with my family or my wife's family where I feel so overwhelmed I need to just like go remove myself for a while. Cause she was like, well, he just vanished, which is, that's what Ethan does. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't have to do that. I shouldn't be doing that. Like, this man cannot handle his emotions at all. And his only go-to move is to go like work on an engine for a while if he's stressed about something. He's got problems.
And then besides ignoring her, even though she drove up, you ignored everybody else that was there to celebrate your birthday, which is just rude.
You let them deal with your sad girlfriend now because she's crying, and it's like, well, I don't know, Grammy and Gamp can hang out with her, I guess, and we'll get this figured out. I don't understand his behaviors at all.
So he claims that it's one of the most haunting images he's ever seen in his life, where he was watching her cry as he looked in the rearview mirror, and as he peeled off and looked back and saw her just crying. I'm like, you did that on your own. It's
You
not
should have
like
stopped.
a movie. It's not a scene. It makes it sound like it's a movie he watched and he's describing. You could have stepped on your brakes. I don't know.
Right? If you saw that and then you sped up, like that's on you, man.
Yeah. Teegan says, yeah, we broke up that day. Well, when he turned his phone back on.
Right.
Like, this is terrible.
Good
and the
Lord.
question is, where did he go? Where did you go?
I don't know. I mean, I could see him just like driving around for hours and just like not even like he doesn't talk to himself. So it's like driving around the car in silence, like looking angry at the road for a few hours, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know if he was saying this as an excuse, but he's like, at that time we were already on thin ice and the reason why they were on thin ice is because he said he was going to move and he still hadn't moved
for like 5 months.
So that happened. And I'm just like, these are the things that, remind you that, reality TV is what they want to feed us, because as of last season, they were all lovey-dovey. They were all, all up in each other, or maybe it is real life. 1 minute there's love and next minute there's something close to hatred. I don't know.
And with Ethan especially.
But also, did they talk about this whole move thing last season? Because I know they said, it's long distance. Eventually we'll have to close the gap. But the way it's such a central storyline this season just feels like, I don't think I got the idea that it was that important that you must move by XYZ or else. I just thought,
I don't remember it being a big thing last season.
Yeah, I just thought, we're long distance. Eventually one of us has to move, but we'll figure it out. But I didn't know it was like a ultimatum type situation, because
no, I didn't get that vibe.
When you responded to the DM, you knew where he lived. I mean, you knew where she lived. When you sent him a DM, you knew where he lived. You knew she had a kid. More than likely, she's not the one that's going to move, because if the dad is in Wisconsin too, like,
yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
And that's the other thing. Like, you have to be responsible when you date on a base level for yourself and for the other person. But again, when a kid is involved, there has to be extra thought given to it. Yes, you feel good when you're together, but there are logistics to think about. And Ethan is not equipped. He's just not.
Nope. He cannot function as on his own. Like, there's missing pieces.
Yeah, because even if it worked out and they decide to get together, I don't think he's equipped to be a stepdad. You can't have these emotional outbursts and try to work in a relationship and then try to foster a relationship, with the kid, and you haven't figured out what's going on with you and all that. So I just don't. No. This was doomed from the start.
Beyond that, my kid came home yesterday and was upset over something that happened at recess. A kid scored a goal in soccer and was being an asshole about it or whatever. And my kid was sad about it because he's 7. Yeah. If that was Ethan, he'd be like, I don't know. Have you gone outside and worked on the car for a while? That'll make it better, I bet. I'm just like, no, I was like, hey, let's talk about it, bud. Like, I'm sorry that happened. That's a rough day. Yeah. And like, that kid is a jerk. He's always been a jerk. And like, I'm sorry that happened. Ethan would not be able to have that kind of conversation. He'd be like, pick up that rip.
He wouldn't understand, because again, he didn't go through that. You can
No.
understand, like, this is a kid that's feeling like a lot. I'm talking about your kid. I'm like, this is a kid. He's feeling a lot of things, but they're still growing. So they don't always
Yeah.
know how to express it. They just know they're feeling things. And
Yeah.
you have to walk them. Someone has to guide them through that. And he's just going to be like,
Well,
we don't have to talk about it, and teach the kid to shut down.
yeah, and part of that is being able to sense the kid's emotions. Ethan can't
Yeah.
sense anybody's emotion. He
Not
didn't
even
come out and
his.
say he had a rough day. Right. He didn't come out and say he had a rough day at school. He was acting a little bit different than usual. And I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? And then we talked about it. Ethan wouldn't even notice that the kid's acting strange.
That's true. And then, sometimes kids work by assimilation, what they see. And if they see like, oh, we don't talk about stuff, or they make the mistake of talking about stuff and the reaction is not what they wanted, and it's like, yeah, I'm never doing this again. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Then we
No.
create another Ethan where we just work on tools or something. I don't know.
Yep, and
Or we
black
just
t-shirts every
move.
day.
Grow up. I'm
Yeah,
sad.
just
I'm
leave.
moving to Vegas.
Right. Cody Brown.
All right. I'm gonna take a quick break and I'll be right back. Okay. So eventually, after the whole thing happened and they broke up or whatever, Ethan went to go talk to her or did he call? I don't see him going there. I think they called or they talked on the phone. And
I
he
think that's
said
one.
that he hadn't told her, but he wants to be around for his little siblings to grow up. And the youngest, and Tegan is like, okay, the youngest is 12. So we're talking about 6 years. That sounded like the most bullshit I've ever heard in my life.
I'm
Like,
just making shit up now. Like, that's what you want to do?
how often do you even see your little siblings that now you want to be around? You're not their parent. I get it, but you were willing to give that up with Olivia.
Yeah, you were gone for a while when they were younger. So, like, he just made some shit up. I don't know what he was doing with this.
Yeah, and then there's a plane. You could come visit them. They could come visit you, but the whole
FaceTime exists.
I need to be around until they're grown. And Tegan is right. 6 years. Like,
6
I'm
years.
supposed to wait.
Yeah, for 6 years. Minimum 6 years. Because you might say, well, they got a college graduation in 4 years. They really should be here for their whole college education. Like, no, this is just you making shit up.
That's weird. But as things happen, Ethan is now ready. He doesn't need to be around his siblings anymore because
Fuck them kids.
I don't know. And then he says, maybe it's a little too late, but I can try. And then he gives that smile he inherited from his dad, except he's just younger and has hair, so he's not as creepy looking. But I don't know. I don't know why Ethan is so fixated on Tegan, because Ethan has a lot of issues, but men always have the advantage in this world. We were just talking about, for those of you crossover, 90 Day and Shay, who is the hottest thing in Paducah. And I'm like, Paducah must be starving, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And
I don't get it.
Ethan can get anybody he wants. Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I'm just gonna be crass here, he's into like big old titties, and she got some of those. And I'm wondering if he's just like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get something like this again. Like, I fumbled the bag. I need to get those back. I don't know. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me at all.
Following Brian's line of thinking, he can get those anywhere. Again, I do not doubt that Ethan's DMs are overflowing in both ways.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I don't know if he knows how to check his DMs, but he does. That's how we met Tegan.
he does. That's how we got her. Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll be fine. I just don't understand and I think the fixation is just part of the things of the growing up things he never kind of got. Like, and I think it's the whole, I can't have two relationships that fail this way, because then I have to admit that I'm the problem.
Yep.
But it's too late.
I think that's accurate.
You're already the problem. So
Yeah,
the fixation is tiptoeing towards, okay, now what are we doing? Because saying I can try to someone who seems to have no interest in you is a lot. You can't move and get all the places, and then it's like it's not romantic anymore. At that point, you would be stalking her.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what this has been. I mean, for him to say, even if she told me she doesn't want me to move up here, I would still do it to show her I'm serious. No, that is stalking and violating her wishes and her personal safety and space.
Yeah. Well, Tegan says that she came to Montana to have an opportunity to hang out as friends, as they have been no contact for a while, and she's focused on rebuilding the friendship. Still bullshit, but you can
Mm-hmm.
hang out as other ways. We have to throw it in the mix that they're filming. But it is clear that they haven't spoken in a while. I think you can visibly see how uncomfortable it
Yep.
is. But I don't even think I realized that there were no contact. I don't think I realized how bad this was. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I mean, I guess I could have imagined, because they don't live
Yeah.
near each other. They don't have a
Yeah.
reason to stay in contact. But like, I don't know if they've told us how long they've been broken up, but it feels
Yeah.
long enough that Teegan is fully over it now and like doesn't have any interest in rekindling things. There doesn't seem to be any kind of an emotional tie that she has towards him anymore at all.
Yeah. And I think the way they presented it to us, where it was like, oh, I've made up my mind, I'm going to move. I thought they had a conversation, and she was like, no, they did. And she was like, until you're divorced, and then if you're
Mhm.
moving here. So I'm like, okay, he got some kind of encouragement, like, okay, things would be better if you move here. But it looks like she's like, what? Who?
I said that 9 months ago.
Not now. Like, I don't know what you're saying. So now
Right.
everything hearing from her point of view, it's a little, oh, what is happening here?
Mhm.
But I mean, she's focused on, she wants to see how he would handle being friends. Again, guys, if you've been listening long enough, I don't believe necessarily in being friends with exes. If it happens, it happens. But it's not a rule. It's okay. They're probably going to hate you. That's okay too. Everyone's not going to be liked, but it's not a thing that you must be friends with your exes so you feel good that everything's okay. Because she just keeps saying, I want to see if we can be friends. Want to see if we rebuild. Want to see, go make new friends.
Yeah, I would say I'm not friends with any of my exes. I don't hate any. Well, there's one that I hate, but like, I don't. There's not animosity. It's just like we don't have any reason to talk to each other anymore, to be around each other at all. Like, we have to manufacture a reason, unless you guys are part of like the same friend group, were friends before, got together, and then broke up, and you're still part of the same friend group.
Yeah.
Ethan and Teegan weren't friends before this, so there's no reason to be friends now.
Yeah. And now all I want to know is if she has a contract. Because again, then what is keeping you here this time? So
Yeah.
Isaac says, oh, when they all hang out or meet up together, Isaac is like, oh, Teegan was normal to us. I'm like, as opposed to what?
Right. Why would she be an asshole to you
Why would
guys?
she like she said hi, like any normal person. But it just was awkward when Kaylin, Mariah, and Teegan are seated in that little place in the lodge, and they just sit there in silence. I think at some point Teegan looked at the cameraman and was like, so what do we do?
Yep. What are we doing here? What's all this about?
Teegan tells them that, because I think Mariah asked, like, how are things going with you guys? And she's like, I'm shocked that he's moving, especially at this time. And I'm like, yeah, we're shocked too. She tells us that she's a working mom. Most of the traveling when they were dating was her. And looking back at it now, she's just like, oh, Teegan, what were you thinking?
What were you doing? You big dummy.
And she reiterates again, I have no interest in diving into anything with him. She does wish that he was happier because he looks so sad. Because if there's one thing Ethan Plath can do, he can sulk. Sulk for the gods.
His sadness is so performative. He is just he's like that gif of was it George Michael Bluth from
Arrested
Development, walking with his head down past like the doghouse and into the house. Like he's being sad, so we all see him being sad.
But here's the thing. I wish he was someone who actually believed in therapy or talking to someone, because I don't know that Ethan knows what it feels like to be happy. And that's a strong statement because I don't know him personally, but Ethan is comfortable in the sadness because it's more of what he knows. He's always sad, he's always conflicted, and he doesn't know how to like flesh out his thoughts or parse them out or even express it. And then it just becomes like a mess inside of him. And then he goes to the cars and then it becomes even worse.
Well,
and
it's also binary.
Yeah.
Because, in the early seasons before he got married, he never stopped smiling. He was Kenneth the Page from 30 Rock. He was just an enormous smile, not knowing nothing about nothing. And
yes,
like now we haven't seen this man's teeth in seasons now. Like, he is sad all the time.
That's where the saying comes, ignorance is bliss, because you make a good point. He didn't know anything. Life was great.
Yeah,
We didn't
he
know
was happy
what
as
was
shit.
anything, and he was happy. But the more you know, the more things seep
He's like,
in.
oh shit, I should have known who Spider-Man was, but he was so happy in the beginning.
All right, their first day of vacation. This vacation is just as sad as the weather. It is raining cats and dogs, so they all stay in. And I do want to do a little sidebar. Like, it seems really tiny. They came to see Mariah, but there's not really much except this. I do want to give kudos to Mariah for sharing her journey with alopecia. Like, it's hard to take for granted something that you think is regular. I mean, Brian, I know you're bald, but it
By
can't
choice.
be by choice.
I choose this life.
It can't be easy, especially as a woman, like just sharing like her baldness, and literally no eyebrows and being makeup free on camera. Like, listen, Real Housewives of Atlanta, we just had a housewife who wouldn't film because her glam squad wasn't there. Lisa Barlow is not going to go anywhere without her glam squad. Like, it's a
God,
thing
no.
for a lot of women, like without makeup or anything. So I can't imagine, like, if she's self-conscious about her hair and just being bald everywhere, but she's sharing this journey and she's doing it on camera. So I just want to give a little kudos to Mariah for that.
Especially because we didn't know for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like last season was the first time we found out she was even dealing with this at all. So like that takes a lot of bravery to open up about it after you've been on TV for so many years already.
Yeah, because I think she regressed. She had regrowth, and then I guess it happened again. And she does talk about, she's trying to figure out things that she can take. And then she does mention, blink if you miss it, I'm trying to eat more.
Trying to eat more and gain some weight and stuff. Because she's unhealthy before. With her devil in a suit and tie era was not a good time for her health, I feel like.
Yeah. So while they're waiting, sitting there, nothing to do, Teegan decides that she's going to interview Ethan because Ethan does not communicate, but she finds that he does best with a camera in his face. Make of that what you will. So the camera is filming them, and she has a phone camera and is filming him. And I don't think she took advantage of this very well because she's asking all these random questions. She asks about if he regrets his behavior, especially towards Zac, because she was very disappointed in the way that he behaved, which wasn't shown to us last season. It just seemed like she was supportive of her man. And I didn't really get the fact that she was disappointed. And I'm like, again, they would tell us what they want us to show or show what they want us to see. And she said, it's not a way for you to live life, like being petty. And I was like, she's throwing her digs, like, get better at it though, throw struggle on. He says that he shouldn't have been a hothead and he's apologized. Then Isaac said something like, this is a confessional. She can work through this if she needs time to get over something, but she should take the time if that's what she needs. Because there goes Isaac again. Like, I want to like Isaac, but Isaac does not make himself likable. So therefore, I'm not really a Isaac person. But it's just like, he's just always supporting his siblings, and I get it. Again, that's how they were raised, but it's always like, I don't know if he's ever objective. Like, Isaac's not the person you go to for good advice. Let me put it that way.
No.
He doesn't give good advice. He's just like, you wrong my family, you're wrong. And I think that, except for Kaylin, how do I say this? I don't know if, I think Isaac has a distrust for women. They haven't explored that.
Yes.
This is just, but I feel like from all he's seen happen to his family, Loki, his mom, all the things, I think he thinks Kaylin is different. But I think generally women, I don't know that he has. I think he has a distrust of women. That's it.
No, I would not be surprised at all to see he listens to a lot of Manosphere podcasts and stuff. Like, I don't know that he does, but like the way that
you won't understand it, Brian.
But I mean, I think that's the problem, because if you hear one of them and you don't know anything already coming into it, it can sound very authoritative and believable.
Yeah.
But he makes himself exclusively unlikable. Like, and I think this whole thing where she should give him time and try is just projection. That's just, I'm afraid that Kaylin is gonna not want to do this after all. And so I'm just saying, hey, if you break up and he comes back, like, give him a shot. Just do it. That's what you should do, right? It's not good.
Especially if he does know, if this is true that he slept with her friend and all that, and you're still supporting him, like, you should understand why she's mad. So I don't know. They go horse riding, and Ethan keeps checking on Teegan to make sure she's okay. But Teegan is not about it. Again, it's that whole thing when someone annoys you, just them breathing just makes you like get out of here. Like, don't look at
Yep.
me. But she says Ethan checking to make sure she's okay is making her anxiety worse, and she's actually getting annoyed.
This would be my wife. Like, if I looked back every 30 seconds to make sure she was okay, she'd be like, turn around. You'll hear if I fall down. Just assume I'm back here. It's fine.
No, defending Tegan a little bit, I can't imagine how annoying it is because even from what we saw, the producers keep asking, how are things with you and Ethan? How are things with you and Ethan? I can't imagine the ones that we didn't even see. And that
Yeah.
question is just going to annoy me. Like, read my body language and make of it what you will. Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
But Tegan says that Ethan's energy is heavy and the people pleaser in her wants to kind of let that go. And maybe if she lets her walls and her boundaries down, maybe he would be happier. I'm like, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Do it, Ma. So
have we learned nothing from Sierra? Don't do this. Keep that man frozen out.
She says it's more important for her to stick to her boundaries because he put himself first during the relationship, which I think is code word for, hey, he went and got himself happy. And now she is going to do that. Ethan says it's easy for him to shut down and get in his head, and he knows how this affects people around him. He's trying his best not to, but I do think he's failing. He says it's not fun going through this, but he's hopeful that this is not the end for them. And I'm like, oh boy.
Well, it's the end, so bad news.
Chimes in again, says he doesn't understand why she's blowing him off, and he has been so sad ever since they broke up and for so long, and if it's not going to work, well, it's not going to. I'm like, okay, Isaac, you've been in a relationship in all your 1.5 years or something, and
the girl you won't even kiss, and you got all the answers, huh? Okay.
Kaylin wonders why Tegan came all the way. She's not going to make an effort. I'm like, I think she's making an effort. She's hanging out. Like, she could have locked herself in her room
here
and watched the DVDs.
Right.
And then she says, something Isaac always says, we have to decrease the tude, not attitude. And I'm like, oh, she love Isaac if she finds this funny because...
This man thought that was a bar. He thought he ate with that line. He died of starvation. No, that is not. That's not some kind of a quality saying. No. And again, probably came from Manosphere podcast. I can very easily see one of those hosts saying, "You got to tell your woman, hey, you got to decrease the tude, not attitude." No way.
You guys, Brian is the expert in the Manosphere. Not for what you
I
think.
am.
He's just trying to find it out early.
Yeah, know your enemy.
So, I mean, that was it for Montana. We did get a little bit of Lydia and Zac. Again, we're getting timelines. It's 2 weeks till Christmas. And she's very excited for Christmas. She loves celebrating Christmas. They have a very beautiful tree in their apartment. And we get to see baby Zac.
Baby Zac dressed up.
Bruh, baby Zac was a jump scare. It was a baby, but it was a jump scare. There's not much difference except he's not wearing glasses. But oh my god, they showed baby Zac twice, and both times I was like, whoa.
No, his face has not aged since he was a baby.
So, Zac. Okay, here are the reasons why I have trepidation around Zac. Sometimes in their confessional, we've talked about this where Lydia puts him on a pedestal and is like, oh, Zac is so smart. Zac knows how I feel. He can put into words what I think. And, Zac knows more or whatever. And I think give Zac power, he will be condescending because even there, when she said she was excited for Christmas, he's like, how can you be excited about something you never celebrated? And she's like, well, I've celebrated it for 3 years. And he's like, well, I have for 20 however old
24 or whatever
24 years. And I'm like, she's happy. Why
are you competing? Why you want up? Just say, yeah, I'm excited for you too. Like, it's very easy to say, hey, you're excited about Christmas? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you have to gatekeep Christmas from your wife.
Yeah. And if anything, you're just like, oh, let's start traditions. Like, since I have experience, let me show you all the things we do and all that stuff. And anyways, we didn't talk about this, but a little bit of Zac's boldness, because Lydia makes him feel like he's the smartest man in the room, and I do think he thinks he's better than all of the Plaths put together. This man flat out goes to Ethan and he's just asking about, I heard through the grapevine, who? Lydia?
Well, that's the question that Ethan should have asked him, because he's like, oh, he's bringing up things I haven't talked to my brothers about. I
Yeah.
know you haven't talked to Lydia about them then, so that leaves they came from either Barry or Kim.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe it's because I watch so much Real Housewives, but the obvious answer is, who'd you hear this from? Who told you that?
I think it's Lydia. I think it's Lydia because she
Well,
tells
how does
him
Lydia
everything.
know?
They talk. I mean, she works with her mom, and her mom is trying to be her friend.
Yeah, I can see it coming through that.
She'll find out through there, and because
Yeah.
I can see Kim using it to bond. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, this happened and that happened. So the same way Lydia found out about Isaac's breakup. I think
That's
he
true.
did. And he tells her,
Yeah.
because Zac is always saying, like, oh, she tells me this. I hear this from the family. But it's like, what gives you the right? This is a man who thought you were not good enough for his sister. What gives you the right to go over to him and then question him about all of the things? I'm like, wrong approach. And also to Ethan. But
Yeah.
I will give Ethan kudos. He did answer the questions, which I was very surprised about. I was fully
He did.
expecting, can you fuck off and get off my face right now? Like,
Yeah.
who are you?
I mean, if there's one thing we know about Ethan, if he's working on a car, leave him alone. He's not ready to talk about his emotions. That's why he's working on the car.
These people don't have friends. They're recycling friends. Taylor is friends to all, to Barry, to Kim, to Lydia, and he shows up to talk about Christmas. And we find out that they're spending Christmas with Zac's family, and then they're headed to Montana. And that's when we find out that she was not invited, or she was invited, but she didn't hear about it until last minute. Meaning, like, oh, we already bought our tickets and all, everything's fixed, so you can't come.
Oh, we're going to the airport already, so I guess maybe next time.
But she does have a trip headed to Montana. I always like when Lydia and Mariah get together, so it'll be interesting to see what that dynamic is when she goes. But she does mention that she feels like she's been overlooked the majority of her life, but I think she is a middle child. That usually happens. And Zac says, yeah, and it affects her, and to some extent, me too. Okay, Zac, you know. And that, you know, she's expressed wanting to be included and stuff still happens without them. So, yeah. So that's it for this edition of Welcome to Plathville. Do you have anything else that we missed?
I don't think so. Just Caitlin being irritated that Teegan wasn't getting her horse passed fast enough, so the horse got bit. She was like, come on, man, let's go. Get going here. But that was really about it.
That was scary, though. I don't know what that
Yeah, I'd be
about.
terrified. No, I don't want to be on a horse who's biting another horse or getting bitten by another horse. That's how I fall off and, you know, break my neck.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, Brian. We'll be back again, guys. If this is bi-weekly, in 2 weeks, we'll have another episode. I wonder if that coincides with the reunion of Summer House. I didn't check.
Might, yeah.
But if it does, you guys know we are going to talk about that, because I've never anticipated something in my entire life this much, because every episode is crazy.
Yeah. Well, this, and I'm looking forward to that and the Southern Hospitality reunion more than anything else, I think.
Yeah.
I need to see Emmy get gathered, because she's the worst.
She's not going to get gathered. Lever's out there protecting her and doing all
the things,
so she's not going to get gathered.
What the fuck, Leva?
All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening. As always, sending any comments that you may have. Don't forget patreon.com/AltoCallMAFS. You can get bonus episodes. Gonna try and get Brian on there for us to talk about the new 90 Day Fiance. We got a good cast, people. We got a good cast. So check that out. And also the tell-all for 90 Day Fiance, the before the 90 days, part 1 and part 2 is also up there. Whew. And you can check that out. All right, guys. Until next time. Bye.